Now, my goal is to be more confident and then believe in myself. However, I thought I am confident and I believe myself, but some situations shows that actually I am not as confident as I thought I would be in those situations.
There was a point when you made a decision where you chose to live a better life, where you chose to live your life, where you chose to be you, where you chose to take yourself more important
Yeah.
than anyone else.
I believe that what you desire, it's your future. Why you desire it.
Hi, everyone. I'm super excited today because I'm here with Judith, and this is our first coaching session. So I'm super excited what she comes up with. And I do have already a little bit information about her because she was applying and sending me, of course, an intake form where I have a lot of information about her. And now let's see where this goes. So, Judith, thank you for being here with me today. How are you?
Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you. Yes, I'm good. Thank you. I'm very excited about this session.
I'm excited. I loved it. Yes, me too. And thank you for filling out the intake form, which already gave me some informations. But what we will do in the very first session is we will together go through that a little bit and also see how we can continue and build, so to say, a little roadmap of where our journey together will go. Is this okay with you?
Absolutely. I'm very excited about it.
Perfect. And before we start, what would be an amazing outcome for you from this conversation today?
One step towards my goal. Just one step at a time, probably. That would be really useful.
Yeah. And I know you filled it out already, but just again, what is your big goal?
Well, I think for now, my goal is to be more confident and then believe in myself. However, I thought I am confident and I believe myself, but some situations shows that actually I am not as confident as I thought I would be in those situations.
Mm. Mhm. And do you mind sharing a little bit about these situations when you don't feel confident and when you don't believe in yourself?
Um, there are people who can make me feel insecure because I know they are above me in terms of they achieved more in their life, or maybe financially they're better off. They look way more confident. And that makes me feel not equal with them, but below them. And I don't like that feeling because that means that I'm not as confident as I should be, or where I am, or where I want to be.
Mhm. So, if I understood this right, is there are some situations where you feel below someone, like less than,
Yeah.
less worth, less confidence, less achieved, less successful?
Yes, exactly.
Mm?
Exactly.
Mhm. So, what does confidence mean for you?
When I can be free and not frozen. Because in those situations, when I feel that someone is higher above me in terms of they are more confident, they achieved more, I kind of freeze a little bit and hold back, and I can't be myself because I would feel that if I show myself, that's not good enough. And
Mm.
I rather hold back and then be quiet. And if I have to speak in those situations, that's awkward.
Okay, yeah. Makes totally sense. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. I can.
Hmm?
I know that there was a long time in my life when I wanted to share my passion, but I was always held back by this feeling of I'm not enough. And I always felt less than. So I didn't even bother to compare because I knew, in my belief, I knew I'm less than. But I can also tell you, I'm on the other side now. On the other side of this belief. And the other side of this belief is that we're all the same. And I also know that I can tell you now whatever I want if you still have to believe inside. And I tell you this, then probably the story will change and then you will think. And I say, but correct me if I'm wrong. I say this because I was also at that place. And the story will be, yes, you can do that, but I still have to believe. And this is because you are already there where I want to be. And this is because I am less than. Does this sound familiar?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, the feeling of I'm not good enough, the feeling of feeling less than. This all happens when we compare ourselves.
Mm.
And what happens, compare ourselves. And I don't say that you do anything wrong. You don't. You just do what we all do. We all compare ourselves more or less. And now in this society, in this time, it's it's even more difficult because there is social media. There are so many things. And I know that you are also a entrepreneur, solopreneur. You are a mom. There are so many people doing the similar things like you do. And there's so much comparison because we have to promote ourselves in social media or whatever platform and channel you use, but it is competition. Now, that means we cannot change that, but we can change how you think about it, how you feel about it. How does that sound?
Yes, actually, as we are talking, uh, an old memory came back when um, I was a child, and then my mom raised us as a single mom because my parents divorced, and we didn't seem to have what others had. And I always ask this question to myself: what did they do? I was comparing myself, but I think in a positiver way. Like, what did they do that they achieved what they achieved? How can I get there? That was always my question. And I think this is how I got like halfway through my life, what I achieved. This question: how do I get there, and what do I have to do to reach there? What do they do that I don't do at this moment? I just realized this now as you were talking, and now I kind of um I don't ask these questions enough anymore, but I actually compare myself, and then when I see, it's probably because of social media actually, as I can relate, because that time I didn't have social media, no one had social media. And now there is social media, and then when I can see that, oh, someone else is way much better, how can I ever achieve that? Then it's kind of like it's a negative feeling pulling me down rather than lifting me up. Whereas I
Mm.
was young, I lift myself up. How can I? And what can I do? What's my next step? Now I see someone is way much better than me, and then I rather pull myself down rather than lift myself up.
Mm, I understand. Yeah. Yes, we all do. Because what happens with comparison is we take our very worst part and compare it with the very best of the other person.
Yeah.
It's like taking a picture of the other person on their wedding day, super makeup, super beautiful, and taking it and comparing it with a picture from ourselves, and we are sick in bed. And that's very cruel what we do. And it's unfair, but that's what's happened. But coming back to what you said, I loved very much if you say to yourself, how did I get there? And that's impressive. You found out this powerful question already as a child.
Yeah.
What I now want to share is, how did you get where you are? And for that, if you don't mind, I would invite you to go on a little journey, to go inside of you, and let's how did you get where you are? And let's see what happens. So are you willing to do this? This is a closed eyes process, and I will guide you. You don't have to do anything. I will guide you, and you just allow what's coming up if that feels comfortable for you.
This one. Just a question. How did I get to that person who is lack of confidence? Is that the question?
No, the question is, because you said also before, what I heard you say is,
Yeah, there is.
you came through life because of this question, and you have achieved whatever you have achieved because of this question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then let's see where it goes. But let's see. If you're willing,
I'm
then
happy.
let's go in. Okay, perfect. So, and we, that's a good idea. Make yourself comfortable. And we just start by taking a deep breath in. Whenever you're ready, taking a deep breath in and exhale. And take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, you feel your body relaxing, calming down. And now continue with your natural breath without trying to change it. Just observe it. It's okay how it is. It's just right for you now. And you just listen to my voice. And you feel your breath coming in and going out in a perfect rhythm that's just right for you. And with every breath, you relax more and more. And the more you relax, the deeper you breathe. And the deeper you breathe, the more you relax. And there, where you are right now, in a super relaxed state, you feel every muscle, every nerve relaxing. And you listen to my voice. And I want you now to imagine that there is a timeline in front of you, or maybe next to you, wherever you see it. And you go on this timeline. Now we go back to a time when you didn't feel good, when things were not going so right. Maybe you were lost. You didn't have any hope. And you didn't have what you have now. And this can be a year from now, 10 years from now, 15, 3 months, whenever it was. You know exactly where it's the right place, where you are, where you were in a place where you needed support. And there you are, and there you land. If you don't mind sharing, Judith, where did you land? What do you see?
I am in my dysfunctional marriage just a few years back.
Mhm. And there you see your past self, and she's struggling, right?
Yes.
What is she struggling with?
Emotions that at that time and moment I'm not loved. I can't, I'm not receiving it, and my love is not reaching the person. because the person can't receive it.
So you can observe your past self with these emotions where she doesn't feel loved, right? She doesn't feel loved and cannot receive the love. And it's also that her love also doesn't get to the person.
No, and it's always criticized.
She is always criticized.
She's being criticized
First, she's being criticized by who?
by my partner at that time, my ex right now.
And how does this make this old version of Judith feel?
Trapped,
Trapped
and I try to make myself believe that I can go on with life like that. But the truth is that I'm struggling because I'm very emotional, very affectionate, and I don't have any of that.
you don't have any. Say it again.
Any of that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have any conversations, deep conversations. These are missing connection, understanding.
So, would you say that she feels isolated and alone?
In that marriage, yes.
Okay, so she feels alone and isolated, trapped, struggling.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to observe this old version of you, this Judith, back then, few years. She was struggling, criticized all the time by her partner, feeling alone, isolated. When you observe her now, what's the difference between Judith back then and you, Judith, in the present?
It's very different. I have everything now that I didn't have back then.
Like what?
And all the conversations, the understanding, the love, the joy, the jokes, humor, exchanged love, affection. I have everything now that I didn't have back then.
And what are the different feelings you have now and you didn't have back then?
Freedom, openness, and being myself now. Comfort,
Yeah, I'm sorry, say it again.
comfort.
Comfort, yeah. I love it, yeah. And what is it that you do now different? What she back then didn't do? What are maybe some habits or maybe things that you do differently?
There was a point when I had to change. And I am just myself now. I can allow myself to be myself, and my love, my partner allows me to be myself. Not that allows me to be myself, that I cannot be not myself. Because we are so much feeling each other's energies, so attuned to each other that we feel everything. That's what's the difference now.
So not only can you be now yourself, but you're also in a relationship. You allowed in love, you allowed in a relationship where you can be and you ask to be yourself.
Yes.
He wants you to be yourself. And how does this make you feel?
It makes me feel happy, makes me feel free, makes me allow to do things because I know I'm supported.
Beautiful. And how did you get there?
Yeah. It was it was a decision. It was a
Mhm.
decision that I felt to be too young to just live without any emotions to the rest of my life. A realization, and I wanted to put myself first. Otherwise, I couldn't have carried life like that on.
So there was a point when you made a decision where you chose to live a better life, where you chose to live your life, where you chose to be you, where you chose to take yourself more important
Yeah.
than anyone else. Yeah.
True.
Mhm. And now I want you again to look at this old version of you, old version of Judith, who is struggling, who doesn't feel yet this freedom and openness, this freedom to be herself, who didn't take this decision yet. She is struggling. She feels alone. She feels disconnected.
No one actually knows it because from the outside it's all shiny, it's all beautiful, it's all great.
Yeah.
So no one really knows.
Uh-huh. Which makes her feel even more alone, right?
Mhm. Only probably less than a handful of people know.
So she's trying to keep up the image of this shiny world, everything perfect. But inside, it's not very shiny, right? Mhm.
She doesn't
And
like moaning, she just gets on with things, but then it was too much.
okay. And now I want you to look at her. And she looks at you. You look her in the eyes. You can hold her or you can hug her, whatever feels right for you. And now you can tell her whatever she needs to hear. You can even give her something which she needed, she didn't have back then. Whatever comes up to your mind is exactly right for you.
Say it out loud.
You can.
Just everything is going to be all right. Trust yourself. Always everything is working out. Always.
And when you now observe this, you are giving her this amazing advice. Everything is going to be all right. Trust yourself. Everything is working out always. Do you see how much you have grown since back then? Do you see how much you have accomplished?
Hmm.
Do you see how much more wisdom and knowledge you have? Do you see how much you have learned? And I'm not talking about courses and trainings. This is also great, but also your life experience. Do you see how much you have grown?
Yeah.
And do you see how your worth and your advice, your guidance can help this version of you, this old version of you? How does she react when you say to herself, everything is going to be all right, trust yourself, all is working out?
With a smile.
And what advice or what guidance could you give her that she can go better through these hard times and that she can feel better?
The universe is supporting you. because the universe wants the best. And don't be afraid. Go for what you want. You can do it.
The universe is supporting you because it always wants the best. Don't be afraid. Go for it. Or whatever you want. You can do it. What has shifted in her when you observe her now?
A sense of trust.
What else?
Start believing in herself.
Beautiful. Is there anything else she wants to say or you want to tell her?
No,
Then I want you to hug her again. And she's melting within you, and you within her. You become one. And she feels now this trust. And she starts to believe in herself because she saw you. She saw what's possible with you. Because you are for her a future version. She didn't know. She didn't believe. She felt isolated, alone. She was trying to keep the shine outside, but inside she was crumbling. She was falling apart. But now, when she hears these words, everything's going to be all right. Trust yourself. All is working out. Universe is supporting you. Don't be afraid. Go for it. You can do whatever you want. You can do it. She feels that. She knows that. And you gave her now so much hope and so much belief. Now you go back on this timeline, but you take her with you in your heart. She doesn't have to stay there. You upgrade her into your world. You go back. You go back, back, back until you land there again, the 5th of November in 2024, where you have achieved so much already. You're so much more confident. You believe so much more in yourself. You feel love and you give love. You receive love. And you are so you. You're free to be yourself. You're free to be you. You feel open, supported, because you made these decisions that brought you there. Now take your time and show this old version your life now. Show her around. Show her what you have accomplished, like within yourself, your family, your feelings, but also what you have accomplished, maybe in your professional life. She didn't have back then. Something you're so proud of. What is it that you have accomplished? Do you want to share? You don't have to.
a stable sharing relationship. With compassion, humor.
What else?
We are a family again with a different dimension. More open, more loving,
Beautiful.
open-hearted, light.
So when she compares herself with you, what does she feel when she sees that?
My old version,
Yes.
happy,
Mm.
hope. Actually, trust rather than hope.
Beautiful. Now she can stay with you because you have grown so much, because you have gained so much wisdom, because you have gained so much knowledge. You've learned so much through your life experiences, not only your life experiences, but also where you went through. Because now talking about another part of your life, when where was she back then and where are you now? Talking about your career or what you do. What's the difference? What does she see now that makes her and you really feel proud?
More confident in what she's doing,
Mhm.
and she can be more support for people,
Amazing.
more helpful.
So she can now support so much more people. She helps so much more people. She's so much more confident in what she's doing. And how does this make you feel, Judith?
It makes me feel that she's on the path to become better and more of what she's now. It can be even
Mhm.
better.
And can you see how much you have helped this old version of you with your experience, your knowledge, and your wisdom? Like the version of you now, can you see how much this new version could help this old version?
Hmm.
Mhm. Now, I can tell you something, Judith. There are millions of people out there who are at the same place, like this old version of you. And if you can help her, you can help all of them in the same way, with the same love, with the same confidence, right as you are at this stage where you are. And yes, you can compare yourself in a good way to your older versions in order to see how much you have grown and how much you could have helped them. Can you see how much she would have needed a person like you holding her hand and guiding her through these struggles? And the same, there are so many people out there who need it, who are right there where you have been a few years from now, right now. How does this make you feel?
It makes me feel I want to help more people. I want to spread the word that yes, you can. It's possible.
Possible, yeah.
I believe that what you desire, it's your future. Why
Mhm.
you desire it.
Exactly. Do you think this can help many people right now?
I want to believe that.
And if you see your past version, how you could help her with whatever you said, can you believe it?
Yeah.
It's amazing. You can help so many people to give them hope, to speak to them, to tell them, yes, you can, right as you are, because they need you like your old version needed you. Amazing. And now, when you know that you can help so many people now as you are right now, what feeling comes up in your body?
Joy.
Mm. Joy and maybe it's just joy. That's also fine.
Excitement.
Where in your body do you feel this joy and excitement?
Where in my body?
Yes.
In my chest?
Mhm. And how does it feel there in your chest? This joy and excitement.
I want to shout it out.
Mm. What sensation do you feel there in your chest, in your area around your heart? It's the sensation, this joy, this excitement. Maybe it's warm, maybe it's cold, maybe it's tingling, maybe it's shiny. What do you feel or what do you see? Maybe you see something.
I just want to spread the words
Mhm.
that everyone can do it, and there is a way out.
And when you focus on this feeling of joy and excitement in your chest, you know that whatever you focus on, the more you get up, the stronger it becomes. And I want you right now that you focus on exactly that feeling joy, this excitement. You can't wait to shout out, you can do it. Give hope to the people. And I want you to focus even more and more on this feeling in your chest, this feeling of excitement, this feeling of joy. It wants to get out. It wants to spread. It wants to infect so many other people with this joy and excitement, right? You want to give so many more people hope. Tell them they can do it. Let this feeling now get stronger and stronger and stronger, Judith. The more you focus on it, the stronger it gets. This feeling is within you. And if you like, you can also put your hand on there. This feeling is strongest right now to make it even stronger, but you don't have to. Just let this feeling grow and expand. It grows and expands. It grows and expands. It goes over your whole body. Gets stronger and stronger and bigger and bigger. And now you are within this whole feeling. It's all over your body and it fills up your room. And it goes even farther. It fills up everything around you. And I want you to stay there for a moment in this beautiful feeling of joy, of excitement. You can't wait. Get this message out. You make it even stronger and stronger and stronger. And you can even visualize that there is a scale, and this feeling gets up from 100 to 500 to 1000 to 2000. You put the scale even more up, 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 up until it reaches 10,000. Now, before we go to the top, I want you to bring two fingers together, or finger and a thumb, where you can anchor this feeling within you. And this feeling goes up from 10,000 to 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. It goes up, 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 up. And right now you have anchored this feeling into these fingers. Whenever you bring these fingers together, it will come back. Feeling goes even more up and you really feel it. You can just drink it in. You can breathe it in. It's all around you and it's within you. And it's radiating out of you. Whenever you want, this feeling is there for you. You can recall it all the time. You can release now the fingers if you want to. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, coming back. How do you feel?
I feel good.
What has shifted?
The trust, trust myself.
Mhm. And with this new, or new, but rediscovered trust in yourself, what's the next step you want to do?
I do want to believe that I'm there for myself.
And how can you remind yourself that you are there for yourself already? How can you show yourself and prove yourself? I'm there for myself.
Past achievements. It's all can take me forward.
Okay. I love that. So you can go whenever you feel that you are less than, whenever you feel that you're not confident enough, then you can go and look back to past achievements. You can prove yourself that you already believe in yourself, that you've done so many things, that you've achieved so many great accomplishments. Mm, that's amazing.
Mhm.
And now, just for fun, testing. When you bring now these fingers together, whichever you choose, what do you feel? The two fingers you chose to put together?
Remembering the feelings.
Amazing. Yes, because you anchored it now. And this feeling will build also a bridge over any feeling of self doubt, any feeling of I can't, any feeling of I'm less than, because then you put this feeling into your body. The feeling is stronger than any thought. And then you can remember the feeling, and then you can also remember what you have achieved until now, right?
True.
Amazing. I know. So, what's your biggest takeaway from today?
That this is only a valet when I will get out, because I always do. And just remembering my successes, that will bring me back where I want to be. Once I've done it, I can do it again and again.
I love that. So, first of all, life always goes like this. And then remembering how far you have come, remembering all your successes and achievements. And I love that what you took out there also is like, if I could do this once, then I can do it over and over and over again. I love that. That's really amazing. What a powerful takeaway. What a great work. And thank you for sharing this. Thank you for being here, so open and willing to work. And what I would like to invite you to do until next time is to do exactly that. Remember yourself how far you have come. How can you do this? How can you create this new habit so that you won't forget within your daily routine to remember yourself how far you have come? How could you make this a daily habit?
But you just remembered, what you just showed me with the two fingers, because if,
Exactly. Yeah, that's amazing.
if I feel low, I just have to remind myself that there is a way up.
Amazing. I love it. Yes, yes. Do this. Make this, give this, and it doesn't have to be long. If it's 5 minutes a day before you change tasks or before you start your day, try it out. And I'm curious what you will tell me next time what happened.
Thank you so much. You've been amazing.
Thank you so much, Judith, for being here. And I can't wait to see you next time.